Alrighty, we're gonna wait for good old YouTube's in here like normal. Give it always a good minute or so before we get rocking and rolling, just to make sure everything is ready to basically go forward. But hopefully you're all having a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you may be at the current moment in time. Letting it connect here. Hopefully it fits. Gonna connect here soon. Oh, there's a notification. Like I said, sometimes it takes a little bit, sometimes it takes a little bit shorter. Never really know until YouTube gives me the good old notification. But hello, viewers, and maybe a little on the quiet side for just now, but we'll see how everything rocks and rolls as we go on forward here. If this seems like a good volume, then we'll keep it around this level. If it doesn't, then well, I don't know. We'll fix it in the future. But hopefully you're all, like I said, having a great day, night, evening, whatever it may be. It's been a hot minute since we last streamed. I don't know exactly the exact, time length, but I do apologize for the delay. We have kind of established a somewhat stream schedule as well that I'll be posting out on our socials here on X and Instagram and all that type of stuff. Tomorrow. That will be our official stream schedule going forward. This will be the officially last day of the chain, guaranteed, no matter what. Pretty much this stream will either end when we get to 1,000 encounters, or we find the shiny. Like that's pretty much the gist here. Obviously, if it happens really soon on, then we can kind of roll from there. But my thing was like, oh, let's see if we can get to a chain of 1,000 with any Pokemon ever. And this is probably going to be our best chance. I know there could be other ones that get into high numbers, but with the fact that I'm going to be playing other games and not having like additional switches or things like that, I think it's just going to be smart to not be worrying about where my chain's currently at. So whether I had a chain of, 40 or if I have a chain of, hundreds plus, either way it's the same odds number between those numbers. So I need to not really concern myself. Really the only difficulty with losing a chain is just getting back up to the 32. But again, it's not end of the world. So, and like I said, with all the other content I want to use on the Switch, it's just it's hard to not let it die at some point. So I think this will be the last stream using the Bellsprout chain. Like I said, I'll either stop it at the 1,000, 1,001, whatever it may be mark, and then that way we can go into our next ideas going forward with the Switch and everything like that. And then there. But hopefully that all makes sense. And so, guys, but yeah, the Bellsprout chain much is going to be probably our biggest number to one, unless we just get into one of those long stream days type of thing. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all ready. I'm loading right back in now and see what happens. I want to for sure get to 700, which is double odds, before I would even consider breaking any sort of chain. We'll see if it gets that high though. Bellsprout could be shiny on the next encounter. You never know. It could be nice to us today. We got rats. And birds. And plants? Oh my gosh, plants. Stop it, Pidgey. He's gonna cut to the right. I don't know who I ran into there. Yeah, pretty much the highest I'll let this chain get to is 1,000. Before I'll be like, okay, for sure, 100%, and I'm done with that chain. Okay with letting it die. Obviously, the lowest will be whatever it ends up being. At this point, it is our highest chain, no matter what. It has broken the Rattata chain by a good amount now. Like I said, once we reach 700, it's technically going double over the odds, so there's a high chance that that could happen. So far, we're not seeing anything appear shiny. We have not had any shiny fails or anything like that. So it's just kind of surprising that, you know, we have not seen a single shiny Pokemon in this amount of time, but sometimes the odds are not always in your favor. And like I said, I'm not still 100% sure on everything and how this exactly works in every single regard. But you know what, I'm trying my best. But I know, probably unbeknownst to most of you, other than maybe the slight difference of camera, if you're that keen-eye, we are in a different recording area. I'll get more into that once we get our stream schedule and everything like that going and flowing and know exactly how this all sounds and all that type of stuff. We'll talk about it more during that part. Right now, like I said, this is kind of feeling it out, seeing if this volume level is okay, if I really need to be louder, if I can be louder, I don't honestly know. Technically where I'm at now is drastically closer to my family than where I was. So much so that it's a minimum, technically if you count the door behind me and their door, a 2-door difference, then a whole yard difference. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, let me test this volume level out for a little bit, maybe I'll be louder on certain days, kind of go from there. We are still going to be doing the every 25 transfer thing, just to keep that going. So we'll have a 50, 675, and 700 transfer if we get to the double odds. But obviously at any point, Bellsprout just be like, hey, look at me, I'm yellow now. And it'll be nice. Part of me still feels like I'm spending too much shiny luck in my other games. And maybe that's why it's not happening here. But, you know, it's different games, it shouldn't count. At least I feel like it shouldn't count. You know, what's a not good time to have my camera stop making connection? When a sound happens. Know for sure 700 should be over double odds. Will we get that high without seeing a single shiny Pokemon? There's 3 Pokemon right now that could be potentially shiny on our screen. Not a single one has shown up in 633 encounters. Which I think is a little crazy. And sometimes, yes, I do feel like it's Bellsprout to blame, and, you know, the other two chains have, well, I mean, it's always been Rattata, but I guess technically Pidgey chain didn't give us a shiny either. It's only been Rattata chains that have gotten us shinies. But at least, you know, the second Rattata chain proved that we can get different shiny Pokemon still at the same level that we could the, you know, the other, the one we're actually hunting. You know, like I said, I'm not going to talk too much yet about this turn 2 just yet, but thinking right now there'll still be a minimum of 2 days guaranteed of shiny hunting, which is what it was originally anyway. That was, you know, the bare minimum. There could be as much as 4, I think, is the top amount. Like the maximum amount is 4, if I remember what I was coming up with in my head. Well, but I know I forgot one project in my stream schedule, so that's why I kind of am not officially revealing anything yet, because I'm like, I want to make sure I have a day plan for it. It's, majority of everything is going to be live streamed from here on out, which I never would have probably said, you know, maybe, heck, even just a few months ago, I probably wouldn't have said that, just because I thought it'd be just way too difficult or impossible to try to accomplish this type of thing. That everything would have to be more recorded. I think that they'll still be recorded and edited projects. I think they do still hold a special thing to do those type of projects. And I don't know what necessarily the next one will be, but certain projects I do have currently going on. The reason I'm bringing them to live streams is because some of them were originally live streams that I turned into recorded format. Just for ease. But I feel like it's only right to put them back to what they were, or what they were supposed to be. Mostly I think the ones that will be still, you know, video-ish format will be mostly our Let's Plays. I'm sure there'll be a few Let's Plays that will be live, but a great majority of our Let's Plays will still be in the recorded format. That yeah, literally the only 1%, really, I don't know if it's really that low, but no, the only potential negative of this recording spot is knowing how loud I can technically be without knowing for sure. Like I said, I'm gonna have to run some tests during the day to know just how loud I can be in this new setup. But for now, like I said, I'm going to keep this volume level and watch it in post and see how it sounds. My bets are still that we'll see a shiny tail before we get the shiny Bellsprout. And it's still been my prediction since we started this whole mess. But like I said, it's up to the game to decide what fate will hold. If the Bellsprout chain does in fact 100% end, we like by factor of not finding a shiny Bellsprout pretty much. I don't know if I'll go back to just keep doing chains of Bellsprout. I still want to, I think, ultimately still do chains of something that's not named Rattata. So I might give Pidgey a try, even though that gives us a little bit better, you know, luck type of deal, since Bellsprout's been so unlucky for us, and Pidgey's been our least chained after Pokemon. But at the same point, I don't know. I might be too stubborn and be like, no, Bellsprout chain or bust. Prove that it can, you know, give us a chain, but I don't know. They pretty much, unless this stream doesn't get us to 700, pretty much is guaranteeing that somehow in some way this chain is probably ending today in this stream. So once I hit 700, I'm completely fine with it. No longer, you know, being a continuance. Because it hit my max goal. I think the only other number that potentially has any slight tickle toward me is 1,000. It's just a lot of encounters. I don't know necessarily if I really would want to go that high. It may happen whether I like it or not. Because I'm pretty sure we're over 2,000 Bellsprouts caught now. I could have checked on that Bellsprout, but oopsie. There we go. Caught 992 Bellsprouts. Maybe those 2,000 Pokemon that I've encountered. Here's the first sound I wanted to test. See how well this comes through over my voice talking like this. Or if I actually have to be louder now because this thing is going. Many of those that maybe watched me 3 years ago maybe remember the sound. I'm not sure. I think we'll for sure get to 1,000 Bellsprouts caught too. Now we're 4 away from the next release. Duped me, Rattata. I heard a Bellsprout cry though. Where is he? There he is. Can't wait to get out of this encounter and get ran into by Rattata like immediately. It's gonna be great. One more. Hello, sir. We did not get level 14 this time. I've had good enough throws, no shiny. I do 2 more Bellsprouts for 1,000. And that's in 2019 Pokemon. Only 2 shinies to show for it. Math's not mathing. Alrighty. Nothing shiny. You see a Bellsprout, but it's not shiny. I hear Bellsprouts. Nothing shiny. Alright, heading to 675 now. And I believe the next Bellsprout is the 1000th. Yes. 1000 bell sprouts was not shiny. Officially, I mean, no, not in chain form. I've now caught 1000 bell sprouts, I believe. I don't know if it counts like the ones that we like when we were doing like the Rattata or the Pidgey chain that we like ran away from. I think it's just caught, I think. Was that what it said up top right? Is Pokemon caught or was it Pokemon seen? Yeah, 1001 caught. I don't think there is a way. No. Doesn't say, like, seen. As far as encounters. Which makes sense. It's really hard to keep track of that number. It's like, would it count seen as this, like seeing the screen, or seen as, you know, encountering it in battle? I guess it would have to do it by battle, but I could be completely wrong. Talking about just daily life stuff, so nothing's been busy or anything like that, just been setting up the new setup and everything like that, and it's taking me a little bit more time than I wanted to, but it was just my own fault in just getting some stuff together to make it possible. So I'm just making sure I get to that bus route. So yeah, it just took a bit. Like I said, I can check the live stream and see how many days it really took us to do all this, but it will make for sure a lot of people's lives simpler where I'm at now. Like I said, is it the most ideal for myself? I don't know yet. It'll be more, like I said, just testing everything. Like I said, the only slight negatives I have at all is space. I don't mind the background sounds and all that type of stuff. That's something I've, I guess, grown used to from 3 years ago. And once I get like my soundproofing panels and everything maybe hooked up, it'll probably help out. In multiple regards. And then, like I said, just the worry of my volume. If this is turning out to be a good volume and a perfect volume, even with background noises and stuff, then I'm like 95% sure I'm fine. I'm just, you know, not entirely sure otherwise. Once that thing turns off, I feel like I've been drastically louder than I have been the rest of the stream. I'm compensating my voice to overpower the sound of the fan thing. I'm still not at my normal voice, but at the same point, it's not like a bad voice. It's just slightly softer, whatever you want to call it. More, it's not monotone, but I kind of almost feel like I'm on the ASMR side. rid of those for help. I heard it. Can't have the ball throw glitch. One major positive to what my setup really though is, I have everything straight in front of me. Every possible hookup I could maybe need, I did not have that in my old setup. I did not have every possible thing I could need easily accessible. And this setup, it definitely is. That I think at most, it would take me, maybe it takes you the most 10 minutes to hook up something new. If I wanted to change something up, so say like, oh, I really want to play a PlayStation 2 game, I think it would take me like 10 minutes to get that configured. Because it's just a switching of some chords and boom. Power chord, hook up, you know, stuff to get the capture going and going. With whatever game I would be playing. Which I have all the games in here too. And that goes for like my Wii U's in here, my old original Wii's in here. Heck, even my Game Boy and DS's are in here, so. 3DS is in here. Pretty much every game system from the Game Boy is in here. Because I got a GameCube, the Wii, N64, DS, 3DS. Yeah, I think I have pretty much every Nintendo era game system in this one room. It's crazy. Am I missing one? Am I forgetting a person? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Or do I have the family? Do I have the Nintendo family? You know, minus like your Virtual Boy console? The random one. So let's start from the beginning. NES, check. Super Nintendo, check. I think Game Boy is already the next one. Check. And that goes for Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, all that, you know, era of Game Boy is in here. Then it was DS and GameCube, I guess. Or I don't think I said N64, but N64 and that same, and GameCube all in the kind of same field. And then, yeah, 3DS is after the DS. And then after GameCube was the Wii, the Wii U, and then Switch. Yeah. I think we have them all. Crazy. And I have a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I used to have a PS4, so you could almost say I have a PS3 and a PS4 as well. I think with PS, I don't think actually not. I don't think PS4 was backwards compatible. I think you have like the PlayStation whatever network thing to get some of the PS3-ish games. But again, having 3 PlayStations at one point was almost a possibility. At one point in time, I did have all that. But out being only like 2 games that I played on the PlayStation 4 seemed kind of silly. Do I miss it at times? Absolutely, 100% miss it. It had some great graphics with the 2 games that I played heavily on those. I think the most I owned for the PS4 had the entire Kingdom Hearts collection. I had Madden, Star Wars Battlefront, and like your Nintendo, Nintendo PlayStation Network stuff. But I don't know if I had anything else. Some of my camera stuff responding is just not good. Anytime you hear me talking about a camera, it's my house camera. For whatever reason, it just crashed, so I'm gonna just do a little hard reset here. so it could be playing off the fact that it's maybe overheating some. I don't know if there's anything I could do to help that, other than maybe putting a fan behind it or something, but which I do have somewhere. I think that's actually part of my stuff that's still in the exterior. I think the only things I still have to get established in here, a long HDMI cord to hook up to my TV in the living room. It was the same exact thing I had in the other setup, but yeah, a long HDMI cord to hook into the TV for any time that I'm playing something that I'm not needing to necessarily, like, maybe record it or whatever. It's usually things I'm doing, you know, with the kids or whatever type of a deal, because like I said, not always do I want them on the camera just yet. Still on the younger side. And then a long USB cable, because I'm going to need that. It's actually getting one of those I needed in the past. Now I'm going to need it less as extraneous. I probably needed a, at minimum, 100-foot one. Now I can only maybe get away with a, you know, 40, I don't know. I don't know how many feet I am from my living room at this point. But I don't want those glitch sounds that bug me. Yeah, I do need a long USB, 2 long USB connectors, one for my keyboard and one for an external controller. Probably I'll be using my old Mario Switch controller. That's a hardwired controller. That way, when I wanted to do, say, projects on the computer with my wife or things like that, we can do it from the living room. Just makes it 100% easier. Yeah, I think that's it. Long HDMI and 2 long USB cords. Not too complicated, I feel like. I also will need a, still big, like, either a foldable gaming chair or just some kind of folding chair. Do not have a chair for in here. I'm literally borrowing a dining room table chair right now to straighten this, so I'm a little higher up than what I would like, but, you know, it works, which is why my head's kind of, you know, cut off and weird. Alright, so ultimately, you work with what you got. I know for sure 100% I have a long HDMI cord, I just have to find it. And then I will have to purchase 2 long USBs, which I can do that on Thursday. I should very soon have a new shirt coming in too, which I'm very excited for, something I ordered online for Father's Day. I'm very excited for that. As far as other plans this upcoming week, I do have still typical work. Right now I technically have Friday off, but it just got notified to me that I no longer will need the Friday off because the event that we had on Friday is no longer happening. So it's a matter of, do I just want to still take that day off? I wonder, part of me, if I could be like say if I had to still take time off because I've already got approved for that time or whatever you want to say for the week. I'd rather have off Wednesday, which is our more busier day, family-wise, so it's just on my wife. But if I can't, then I don't know necessarily what I would do with my Friday off now that I would have it free. Obviously, I probably would just, you know, take care of the kids and not have to have our babysitters or something like that, have to worry about that stuff, but other than that, I don't know if I would make it anything different. Other than that, tomorrow we are planning to do just another little family summer outing. I don't know 100% what we'll do just yet. It'll depend on multiple factors. My wife does work early in the morning, so if she is still up for it and energized and blah 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 blah, we might do some stuff with her that we have not got yet to do, because we like to do things together and experience them together for the first time before we let each other venture separately. to do said things. Like, we have a zoo pass, for instance, and 2 new exhibits have opened at the zoo. Now, we've been to the zoo multiple times, but however, these are 2 brand new exhibits we've never been into before. Because I want her to see the kids' reaction to those 2 new exhibits, and obviously I want to see her reaction to them. I'm sure she probably wants to see my reaction to the new exhibit and experience it all together. We wait for each other to kind of do it. Now, if you listen to, usually first side of the day, it's usually like, oh no, just go. Don't worry about, waiting for me. But I also like seeing things. I like seeing everybody's first reactions. Don't want to have to be like, oh, I have seen all these 3, and now she has to wait, and she doesn't get to also enjoy that joy. Yeah, there are 2 new zoo exhibits that we have not got to explore because, again, we're waiting on her. We want to explore it all together. There are, as a museum in town, we have a pass to, that has also, ironically, 2 exhibits. One very small one and one pretty decently sized one. I would say it's arguably half the exhibits of the entire museum that we have not got to explore as a family this year. We've explored it in past, but now that my kids are a little bit older and have a little bit more, whatever you want to say, I don't know, I'm sure some of your parents can understand, going to trick-or-treating with, 1 or 2-year-old is much different than your, 4 or 5 when they're a little bit more self-efficient or whatever you want to call it, more matured to handle this stuff, kind of to walk up to the door and knock, say trick-or-treat, stuff like that. And it's kind of that thinking, like, they're older now, you want to see the reactions now that they're a little bit older and developed and stuff. There's some things there. Other things we talked about, there's actually like a family bicycle that seats 4 people and they all pedal together, that we could ride around downtown. Other things we could easily do that are very close to home is we have like basically city pool that is opened up now, which we've done a couple of times already. I think we've done it 4 or 5 times at this point. That we could go to, and it's supposed to be pretty much, I think it's almost upper 80s tomorrow. And then we do have like a trampoline park, I'll call it, as well. That's pretty close to home. Those are within 5-minute drives of our house, whereas like say the zoo or the museum ones are about a 20-ish minute drive from our house. Alright, on to the next transfer, I believe, unless Shiny shows up right now. Yeah. But we gotta get out of the way, and onward we go. Yeah, pretty much it will depend. So if my wife is, still energized after her very early morning and early shift and everything she's got going on, then we'll do the new stuff. If she's not, me and my kiddos will do some of like the stuff we've already done, like the pool and the trampoline parks and that type of stuff. Or do those 2 newer-ish things without doing the new exhibits, type of a deal. Because they've been to the museum, they've been to the zoo, and just still do it what it's for. They still love seeing all the other animals. Pretty much a nice little family day before I go back to work on Tuesday and all that, and work for the, whatever amount of days there'll be after that. I'll talk with my boss on Tuesday to figure out exactly how it works if I have to cancel a request off. I don't know, it's kind of different. The rest of the week goes, like I said, this all works out nicely and how I'm hoping, then we'll continue forward with our stream schedule and everything like that going forward every day. If not, like I said, I'll figure out corrections and all that type of stuff and go from there. The way I can almost guarantee, barring no, crazy something life issue happening, we will be live tomorrow night as well. Probably roughly after 10. But can't say for sure. Most nights we'll be live probably closer to midnight, but officially get to double odds. This wave will determine it. If we get to the next mass transfer, it's pretty much guaranteed we're going double odds. If we don't, then, well, obviously it's the opposite. Will the shiny fail happen? Will the shiny excitement happen? Only Bellsprout knows. Not good. It's very much not good. I feel like it's not sensing my hero at all. About ready to run. Honestly, did debate in my new setup if I wanted the approach of green screen or if I wanted kind of like some others where they have like background ambiance type feel. Because I have like, some video games and Pokemon cards or collectibles, things like that I could definitely put in the background, but I opted for green screen just because it just makes things just easier to move around for right now. There might be a time that I change that, but for now this works. positives of the setup I'm in. I don't have to worry about temperature control at all. I don't have to worry about lighting as much as I have now, a mix of additional lighting and natural lighting. Yeah, there we go. My brain just kind of stopped there, obviously. I think eventually one day we'll try to get back to a longer session of the shiny hunting again, like we did back in the day, where we were doing like, what was it, 5+ hour sessions. But for now, we will stick with at bare minimum an hour. Maximum hour and a half. Or not maximum, sorry. The other, somewhere between an hour and a half. We always the minimum stream limit. Maximum stream limit is whatever. It could be, 15 hours, whatever. Done ones that have been almost 440, I think. Hello, Davey. Hello. Welcome out to the stream. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are. We are currently still hunting for Senor Bellsprout at 682 chain here, and having no luck whatsoever. Haven't even sniffed a shiny, haven't seen a shiny, no one knows what a shiny looks like. Isn't that many encounters, but you know what? We're rocking, we're rolling. Eventually they will come again. Away from doubling our odds number. That's still up north there. Probably a new one won't probably likely spawn, but you never know. If I would capture you, I would have done so. My camera moving, thank you. Knowing that still typically everybody wakes up roughly around 8 a.m., we'll say somewhere between, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. The range right now, even though school's out, it still seems to be early rises-ish. Still getting some elements of sleep is probably still ideal. I know I can idolize with my youngest with nap time or whatever you want to say, but, yeah. Not always a guarantee, and obviously things have to get done. And hello everyone, welcome out to the stream. Welcome out. I am still shiny hunting good old Bellsprout, like I just was saying. I am 685 captures in at minimum on this thing. I mean, on the chain at least, you know, we have definitely, you know, over 1,000 Bellsprouts caught. Army, yes, I have an army. I'm raising an army of Bellsprouts, and you all must be beware. Even though I have transferred every single one of them to the professor. So technically, the Bellsprout army is with the professor. Either that or he's grinded them all into candies, because I technically get candies every time. I don't know, how does this lore work? Anybody know the lore? Anybody got the lore figured out? I haven't figured out the lore yet. Either way, I have for sure encountered over 1,000 Bellsprouts. Or captured over 1,000 Bellsprouts, or whatever the freaking right term would be. On a chain of 600, whatever, 86 of them. We caught over 2,000 Pokemon in total, guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts. Have truthfully only 2 shiny Pokemon to show for it, but because of evolutions, it's like we have 5. We have not failed a shiny. We haven't even seen a shiny to fail. And onward we struggle. For just some golden grass. Some golden pitcher plant thing. A weed? Big mouth looking something. Funny Pokedex number and there's probably other insults. No, Rattata. No one wants to play tag with you. Okay, maybe besides you. You've had your time in the shine, you know? You brought us 2 shinies, Rattata. I have a lot of praise for you, Rattata. But it's someone else's turn. Pidgey, you might get another chance, because at this point it looks like Bellsprout's gonna do nothing but disappoint us. No. Like I keep telling myself, I'd rather just see any shiny Pokemon right now, just to know they still exist. I don't care if it means that we failed shinies at this point. I just want to know they're still out there. Still grass. If there's grassable, still within grass. That's probably the right way to say that, yeah. I feel like we're gonna get right to the double odds if we keep going on this track. Right at the hour mark. I feel like it's a little funny, but what the heck, boy? The exact same throw I did last time. Why is this one straight and the other one's curving to the left? I think Davey knows, but does anybody else know? I don't know, I you know, randomly just called out someone in chat. They have nothing to do with the game at all. Unless he's secretly a Game Freak developer, hacking into my game frame, making it go to the left. But we'll never know. I mean, while you're, you know, hacking with my throws and everything like that, you know, funny and all, like, you know, throwing a shiny, you know, just a little sparkle. Be great. I think the FBI guy that's watching my camera can help me. The old lore joke. The FBI guy that's secretly watching me on my webcam. And can he give me a shiny? He sees me struggling, right? Definitely those smart devices that listen to you. So they give you your ads. Those smart devices, you know, tell a person that tells another person that tells the guy to give me a shiny. That'd be cool. Hey, the guy that tells a guy that tells another guy that gets to somewhere that gives me a shiny, you know? Somehow there's always, what is it, like there's always a chain. No matter what, like, I could say technically I'm, you know, connected to Davey through this person, through this person, through this person, through this, you know, like you can make a chain. There's always a chain. There's always a chain. There is somebody that knows another somebody that knows another somebody, probably. You know, it's gonna be a couple somebodies. I'm sure it's a couple somebodies. But eventually we're gonna get to the head of Game Freak. Guarantee it. We all secretly know each other. We just didn't know it until now. We all have connections you never thought of. I talked to my uncle. My uncle knows Eminem. Eminem, you know, has connection with pretty much a lot of other rappers, right? Right. We're getting somewhere. I'm sure one of those rappers have interviewed with, like, you know, some famous TV host, newscaster guy. You know, you just keep working your way up. One of them has probably met the president. One of the presidents have met, you know, president of Japan or something. You know, whatever, however that works. And yeah, eventually, like I said, you could I'll trickle my way over to knowing the president of Game Freak, and they'll give me the shiny Bellsprout. Set the phone in a few 100,000 favors. It's perfectly fine. It's definitely not, you know, harder luck than the shiny odds. Definitely not. Totally not. 5 more encounters till we are double the odds. What? Sorry, not risking me losing a chain because my controller no longer wants to sense me. The Game Freak guy heard me. He's mad. He's angry. He's angry. He's angry at me, guys. Or more. Do not have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus right now. Rattata. Do not have time to talk about the song Kakuna Rattata. Okay, I don't got the time. Bellsprout, however. I got nothing. The reality of double the odds is over, such approaching so fastly. How can such a Pokemon disappoint so strongly? I mean, part of me is excited to start playing some other games and getting my psyche off of the despair that has been this shiny hunt. But at the same point, we've committed to it for so long. What are we gonna do, guys, when tomorrow I have to be like, sorry guys, Chain's got a break because I went to play, I don't want to spoil the game, but it's play blah blah blah, and I need my Switch to play blah blah blah, and, the chain's gotta end. Like, do I just say screw the other game and just be like, let's just keep chaining Bellsprouts until it's shiny? Or I don't know. Don't know. I feel like my sanity is going to want me to move on. It's what I'm going to do, just FYI. Anyway, I totally did not whisper the reality of the situation into the microphone. No, I would not do such things. Because you know what matters? You guys matter. If you guys are like, no, screw it, go for 1,000 Bellsprouts, I'd do it. I don't care. I'd do it. That's definitely the max, though. I'm not going over 1,001 Bellsprouts. That is my absolute maximum. I'm willing to commit to this Bellsprout. If you guys tell me to do it, I'll do it. And I'll say screw the other projects. I mean, some of them we can do without worrying about the Switch stuff. Don't get me wrong. We have our Omega Ruby project that doesn't require. Why am I going into the Pokemon Center? I am freaking crazy. But yeah, we have like our Omega Ruby project that's not gonna take a Switch. I have my like games I grew up on series. That's not gonna take the Switch. We have other projects. We have other things. But if we could, you know, just pivot to it, you know, the thing on a different game, you know, instead of playing it on Switch version, we play the, you know, a Wii version, or play a, I don't know what other consoles it's been on, but play it on something. We pivoted around. I could do that. I could make that happen if it's just that much dedication we need to dedicate to this Bellsprout. Is that what we need to do? I don't know. I don't know if I'm at that level. Part of me feels like I'm arguing to say that I am at that level, though, the more I keep talking about it. The other part of me is like, no, the people will let me know. Because, you know, the Bellsprouts, man. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing 1,000,000% I'm not going past 1,001. I'm just not. My extreme maximum number. The only thing I feared, say I do the thing that I'm wanting to do for tomorrow, and I pivot to just some other game system version of it. What if it's harder? What if I can't beat it? I don't even know if I can beat the new version, so I don't know what I'm really complaining about, but still. Goodbye. Pokeballs. 50, please. Bye bye, shopkeep. Bye bye, shopkeep. Bye, shopkeep. Let me leave. Alrighty. I'll run down this path. Still not see a freaking shiny Pokemon. What the heck? How did the numbers number, man? We are double the odds. I'm gonna do it twice. I'm doing it twice. I don't care. I'm running up and down twice. I already ran up once. Me running up to the Martin was me one time. This is my second time running up. I will run down one more time. But if there's nothing with sparkles anywhere, I'm gonna get mad. And I'm gonna have to debate. I don't know if I want to debate. I don't like having to debate. I don't like when I get attacked by the whatever heater, air conditioner, the furnace. I don't know. So many bell sprouts. What the heck, man? How are there no shiny Pokemon? This makes no sense. No sense. No sense. Makes no sense. I don't get it. Someone has to answer. It's not me. What time is it? Okay. I'm going to wrap it up. I know it stinks and I want to keep going. I do want to keep going. I want to keep hoping and holding out hope for something. But I just don't think it's going to happen. So here's what I'm in between. I do the new project tomorrow. The one I originally planned for. I lose the chain, you know, to catch the new chain, blah blah blah, go forward. That's the worst case scenario, right? Right, we move on to other projects that I want to do, Or side option 2, I think through my brain, I look for a game that's not going to end the chain. I go to the 1001 encounters, if we get that far, obviously. Obviously, this all depends on these Bellsprout encounters. And just see if it gets that high. See if it gets to the 1001 even. And at that point, pivot to the other one if I, you know, whatever, want to. The other stuff that I want to do with my Switch. I don't know. That's what I'm going to be debating between now and tomorrow night. You guys can let me know in the comment section. Do I stick with the Bellsprouts till I get to the 1001 or to the, you know, I mean, it's either find a shiny or get to 1001. That's the only two realities that are going to be left at this point. I'm not going to go any further. You can let me know if that sounds better, or just be like, screw it, end this chain now, and just pivot to some other games, and, you know, eventually something will shine. You guys let me know in the comment section. Either way, guys, this is going to be where I wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure you did subscribe, like, all that great stuff. We'll see you guys on the next video, stream, whatever it may be. This is going to be the Moderate Gamer signing out. Caw.